Welcome to World Traveler Cooking, where we cover interesting foods and interesting cuisines from around the world. Today, Hasenpfeffer. This is a German dish, a rabbit stew. People put all kinds of things in it. I've seen recipes with celery, wine, brandy, but we're going to make a fairly simple one today. I am going to add wine and I'm going to add celery root because I think a lot of German stews do better with celery root, although I actually haven't seen a recipe with that in it before. So, this is sort of like often eaten in the fall, although I like to eat rabbit in the spring. And yeah, our ingredients are, we have a rabbit, about 1 kilogram of rabbit meat. Now, I think I ended up with boneless meat, although I think maybe these legs have bones in them, which is great. We have salt and pepper. We have onions, carrots, and I'm adding a bit of celery root today. This is totally optional. You don't have to add it if you don't want to, but a lot of German soup mixtures start off with these three, and so since I'm not using broth today, starting off with these three should provide a nice balanced base for this. To this we will add vinegar, about 3 tablespoons. Maybe 1 to 3 tablespoons, depending on how sweet you like it, of sugar. I'm going to add a couple, 100 or 200 milliliters of red wine. And our spice mixture. So I have 1 bay leaf, I have 3 cloves, I have 4 juniper berries. So, let's go ahead and get started. So, just to make this more manageable, I'm just showing you a portion of this. I've cut it into pieces about the size of a chicken thigh, and the whole rabbit is boneless in this case, but that is not usual. And I'm just going to dust both sides with salt and pepper, and I'm going to do that with all of the rabbit, and then I'm going to set it aside. So, in a soup pot, indoor veggies, and we're just going to saute these for a couple minutes in some oil. Once the onions are translucent, let's go ahead and add our rabbit, and we will stir this in, and we're not going to sear this. Instead, I'm just going to stir it so it's nice and kind of even like this. And then I'm just going to cover it with some water. We need a little more than that. So now, adding more water until it's nicely covered, plus maybe another ½ liter or so. And I'm going to stir this up. Now, this last bit, you would typically in Germany use a broth, like either a vegetable or what they call a meat broth, which is usually pork. But today I'm just using water, which will mean I'll probably have to add a little more salt at some point, but this should work. And here I'm going to bring this to a boil. And while this is coming to a boil, let me add my bay leaf, my cloves, and my juniper berries. I'm also going to eyeball about 3 tablespoons of vinegar. I'm using a wine vinegar today. I think that's about 2. Let me add a little more. There you go. And I don't like it too sweet, so I'm going to start with about 1 tablespoon of sugar. That's 3 teaspoons. And let's let this heat up, and then I will taste and adjust the salt. And finally, I'm going to just eyeball 1 to 200 milliliters of red wine. I think that's good. Once it started to boil a little bit, we will go ahead and turn it down and cover it partially and let it stew for about 1.5 hours. So I'll be back in about 1.5 hours and we'll be on for the next step. So, depending on how much water you lose, you may have to add more. I did add the rest of the 500 milliliters, and this is looking really good. So now I'm going to take the rabbit out, and I'm going to run the broth through a sieve. As always, I'm going to just kind of work it through the sieve a little bit. The carrots are a little bit tough, so I don't really expect that much to go through, but I'm still going to do my best. And now to make the sauce, we're going to start by adding some butter, sort of how much you like. I would say a couple tablespoons, into our main pot. And into that, we'll add flour as much as we like to thicken it. I would say that's probably good. That's like that may be more than I wanted, but let's see how that works as the butter melts. And if I get a nice roux there, I'm going to go ahead and toast this roux and make a sort of a moderately brown roux. And then we will go ahead and add our sauce back. We may need to add a little more, I may need to add just a little more butter. So once the roux is golden brown, I'm going to go ahead and start by adding a bit of the broth. Deglaze the pan. Let the roux absorb the broth. And then I will add more. So now that this is boiling, we're just going to add our meat back in, minus most of the veggies. And we're going to turn off the heat, and we're just going to let this rest for a couple minutes. Okay, so I'm not going to do anything fancy to plate this. I'm just going to take a little bit here for my taste test. And this will be it. Next up, a couple of photos, and then we will do a taste test. And now for the taste test. So the rabbit is, rabbit's one of those really strange meats. People always joke about something tasting like chicken, but rabbit actually tastes like chicken, as in, if you served it to somebody and they didn't know what it was, you could tell them that it was chicken, and they'd probably believe you. Cooked like this, it has a nice firm texture, but it's not chewy. The flavor layers are just wonderful. You get the sourness from the vinegar, the various spices, the flavor of the rabbit. They all come together very nicely. This is just delicious. It's right up there with Lapino Cidre, which I've also done a video on. And it's just, as I say, it's just this wonderful symphony of flavors. Now, if you like this content, you'd like to see more of it, please like, share, and subscribe. If you have anything to say about this video, love to hear from you. At any rate, recipes in the description. Bon appetit, and see you next week.